everyone, welcome back to Super Beer Brothers Deluxe Edition.
Deluxe Edition.
I'm Gerard, that's Alex, and our new partner in crime, Greg Wilmot. Say hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, that's why you're here.
You knew I was gonna say
exactly, that's why I did it. Last time on Wild Arms, a month ago, we had just got done with the ship graveyard.
Defeated the ghost pirates.
And now,
ghost pirates.
And now we are partnering up with Captain Bartholomew on his ship, the Sweet Candy.
Sweet Candy.
The Sweet Candy.
The Sweet Candy.
That's right.
I'm controlling the boat.
Okay. Boat controls.
Boat control.
That's a new Yeah song. Boat control.
Boat control.
Now I can only get off at. Oh, okay.
The beaches, it looks like.
Yeah, but I also can't cross.
Like dark. Ooh, sea battle.
This is pretty awesome.
So wait, is this the struggle?
Yes, this
we just
is
walked
the
into
music.
The struggle.
Yes, exactly.
We're struggling.
Yeah,
right
according
now.
to every commenter on every single and every Wild Arms video.
Is that the struggle? I think it's the struggle.
All right, so I'm gonna guess this was on PS1.
Ooh.
Yeah, good guess.
All right.
Solid guess. Basically, like what we've been using this series for, because it's a pretty run-of-the-mill, but just like very solid, old-fashioned
turn-based RPG.
Yeah, no sort of ATV or anything like that. Okay. It's very, very simple, like really clean story and stuff. We've basically been using it to just like discuss the tropes of like the JRPG from the 90s.
Gotcha. Yes.
And so that's been like a fun thing for us.
If you're not playing Final Fantasy. This is,
all we ever say is Final Fantasy.
We always reference Final Fantasy and its relevance to...
Yeah, and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
What was the other one we were talking about a lot the other time? Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
Yeah. In my mind, Dark Souls is like one of the best designed games ever.
The recent
the like
game?
Super hard game.
Yeah. I remember Gerard nearly killing himself when he got that game.
That was Demon Souls, but
Demon Souls,
Dark Souls, we're doing it for the show eventually, so yes.
Oh
it is a fear that I have.
You're gonna play that one, right, Craig?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could do a lot.
That'd be great. You should do a mediocrest on Dark Souls.
How disappointed would all of our
everyone
fans
would
be
hate us?
Yeah.
That it's just me trying to get past the first level.
That's great.
All right, so okay.
Here we go.
There's a place.
So you gotta stay in the same colored water?
The Volcanon Trap.
That doesn't sound good.
It sounds like the family Von Trapp.
The family Von Trapp. Well, typically, like at least in my experience, when you get to the part of an RPG where
you can explore,
it's time to like go back to a bunch of places.
Yeah.
So like right now might be a good time to put money into Aldehyde.
Oh, that's right. We should go
Aldehyde. God damn it.
Formaldehyde?
Oh!
Message in a bottle?
There's an item in the floating bottle. You can't carry more duplicators. Oh. I did clone a lot of duplicators.
Oh, that's right.
Sea battle!
So, Greg, we've been cheating a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Because there's like a glitch in this game that lets you have a lot of, like you can like clone items.
Oh, okay. The classic Pokemon glitch.
Exactly. And so what we've been doing is just like to help us along, we've been cloning stuff so that we don't like die for no reason a bunch of times and waste everyone's time.
Gotcha.
Because this is an RPG, so we've only died really twice on the show so far.
In this game, yeah.
Yeah.
During battles and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, we're not like, you know, ruining the experience. I mean, according to some people, probably we are, but.
Well, just from seeing like the colors and the style and everything, it reminds me of Golden Sun a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
It has that sort of feel to it.
Yeah, Golden Sun kind of has that like. Well, like I don't want to say Western because this one is like very much like.
This is a nice blend of Western.
It's got like a lot of Western feel to it, and Golden Sun isn't really a Western so much as it's like a classic fantasy. But for some reason in my mind, Golden Sun has this kind of like dusty feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like an old-timey, dusty feel to it.
Well, it definitely does not feel like the clean, polished Final Fantasy at all.
Yeah, none of that like really
or like hyped up, you know, like big giant things. It's
there's not a lot of like machines in it.
As down to earth as you can get by pushing pipes and logs around to solve puzzles.
Yeah, with your giant genie hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And here we go. Now, we have not been to this town since it burned to the ground in the opening of the game. This is where
we came back once, right?
Not really.
To put some money into it? We did.
I don't think we did. You haven't put any money into the town yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is our first time back.
Well, we at least talked about putting money into the town.
That's right, we did.
So depressing.
Yeah, well, the villains of our game, they needed the teardrop, which was the ancient item that belonged to the character Cecilia.
Just
and her
waking
family.
up some ancient evil and ruining everything. Classic bad guy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 5 of them, and like most of them are assholes, and one of them is like the smart one. And that guy's like the worst.
I love the archetypes
Yeah.
that you have in these games.
Yeah, these are my patented. These are my patented archetypes.
I think King's better in keeping it the way he left it. Oh, that's depressing.
Wasn't there a door in the castle that
was
like
locked,
that
or-
needed to be opened with a duplicator?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one of those somewhere.
Duplicators are kind of interesting because they're keys that are only meant to be used a couple times throughout the game, but you're only allowed to have so many unless you clone them. And once you clone them, everything's kind of, free range.
Right.
I feel like the people love getting in your way in this game.
Yeah, one thing you notice too, Greg, this has the running capabilities from Link to the Past, which I definitely love because.
But you can't do any real-time attacks, right?
No.
Yeah, it's all.
However, I didn't show you, but we get actions. So, for instance, you get action items. So I can drop bombs as Rudy.
Okay.
So, and then he can also do the radar. So there's a chest or a secret nearby. The screen will flash green in the location.
Okay.
Jack has Handpan, which is his little pet mouse, who talks, and you can throw him to like open switches and chests and stuff. The lighter, if you're in a cave, you need to light a torch. This is the new item we just got 2 episodes ago, which is the grappling hook.
Nice.
And then
you're Scorpion now.
Yeah, the wand. Cecilia has the wand. You can whack animals, and you can.
You can whack animals.
There's the
just kind of whack them in the head.
Yeah.
Link?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can whack animals, and they'll talk to you. You can understand what they're saying when you whack them.
Oh,
And then this one is the watch. The watch is used in case you mess up a puzzle, and you want to
turn back time.
Yeah, and or instead of walking out of the room.
Cool. Yeah, I like it when real-time stuff is kind of mixed in, so then you're not just walking around the whole time.
Yeah, it's waiting for a fight to kind of take place.
This does feel a lot like Golden Sun.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
I mean the characters like physically resemble.
So we're here. We're back in this town,
Do you have any
into our
Dijon?
old town, but I'm
Dijon?
trying to figure out where to go.
Do we have any Dijon?
Dijon?
I think that you're the actual place that you're supposed to go is probably like a little bit like east or west of Ship Graveyard.
You don't think we have to go here?
I just told you to go back here just in case you can now get stuff that you couldn't get before. But
But we can donate to the cause of making this better. I'm trying to find the location to drop some cash.
I have no idea where to do that.
Maybe it's in the front of the town.
You're the guy who's played this.
I know. I am ashamed to say that I played this game.
As you should be.
But you know what? It's always it's always nice to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Wilmot.
Ah, there we go. That's why I came onto this show.
It's always nice to revisit places.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
half the fun. Is
like finding out what you
Missed
now can do.
right,
Yeah.
right, because your characters have grown. So, and you forget because some of these games are just so dang big
Yeah.
that they say, oh, you can't come here until you have, whatever license or something.
Right.
So then you go around the world and then you finally come back and you're like, oh, friggin' yeah, I can do that now.
So how about for the people who maybe don't know you very well, maybe talk about like your experience with RPGs a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fairly limited, probably. I think I've played more MMOs.
Like WoW?
Yeah, I've played a lot of WoW, and there was an old MMORPG before the term MMORPG existed, which was called Nexus, the Kingdom of the Winds. Did you ever play that one?
I
From
know the name.
Nexon.
Yeah, I know the name.
Oh, I
of it.
played that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a brilliant game. It was really fun. I've always enjoyed, growing up, I've always liked the Japanese culture, and that particular game was heavily centered on the traditional, I believe it was Japanese culture, just like the art style and everything, and the lore behind,
Right.
Like the kung fu having to do with all the animals, and there's,
So I just learned a new fast draw technique.
What?
This gentleman said if I gave
hiding in the shadows.
Yes, if I found this
Trust
guy
the
asked for a secret sign. Secret signs are items they're used to reduce the MP required for Jack's maneuvers. So he's like, give me a secret sign and I'll teach you a skill. It's to have not like 255. I was like, yeah, go for it.
See, that's perfect example of coming back with having new things.
Exactly. Still trying to find the donation place, but I think we're just gonna move on for the sake of time.
Okay. So let's talk about game design then instead for a little bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a buzzword that has been going around in the world of game design nerds. Not that I purport to be in any way experienced in that field, other than as a casual observer / guy who writes about video games from time to time for money.
Sounds pretty professional to me, but go on.
Yeah, okay. But there's a buzzword going around, which is agency, player agency.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of this? Are
No.
you guys familiar with this?
Enlighten us.
Basically, what it means is it's like a thing that you can gauge in a game. Basically, is you ask the question of the game, like how much agency does the player have
Okay.
in the game, and like, for example, a game like Area 51 or Time Crisis or something like that, you don't have a lot of agency.
So before you cut off, the woman who I spoke to in the inn, because she was passed out, she said go to the east and you'll find a place called Giant's Cradle, which is where some kind of beast or thing is hidden here. And if I recall, this might be the ancient golem from the intro of the cutscene that we saw. So we're about to dive into the Giant's Cradle.
Okay.
It's a giant sleeping baby.
I think that's the whole point of it. Yeah.
Giant pissed off baby.
Sacrifice the innocent heart. Holy
A
mackerel.
large stone with a withered piece of paper. Sacrifice the innocent heart of the sleeping giant.
To the sleeping
To the
giant.
sleeping
Well,
giant.
it doesn't seem like you can do it yet.
I must go do something else then. Yeah.
You need the Triforce, I think. On the door.
I think probably just go back to the main, like to the town you just left, the ship.
The ship graveyard.
Yeah, and there's probably somewhere around there.
All right.
Ship graveyard.
Probably
No.
someplace nearby that you can probably reach by sea. Again, never played the game before.
Well, I mean, we're only limited to the space here because
Right.
the ship can only
Right.
go so far with each area. I mean, I can't do a full circle on the map yet. So
So really quick, back to what I'm saying so I can get this out.
Yes,
before
yes,
you
yes.
wrap.
Agency.
Agency is about the effect that you feel like you have on the world of the game.
Oh, okay.
Not like your ability to move, but like
Yes.
what you can actually cause to happen in the game, right? So do you think that, like what we were just talking about like backtracking and finding new things and being able to uncover them based on like how you grow in the game, would you say that that is a sign of good agency, or would you say that it's might as well just be like putting a locked door in front of you?
No, I think that's definitely a sign of agency because you feel the growth of the characters, because before you're there, you're not ready to do whatever it is, so you can go out in the world and become skilled and.
So it makes you feel like your work is paying off.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you travel around the entire world,
Right.
and then or half of it or whatever, and you come back, and then you can, you're suddenly stronger. And, well, not just suddenly stronger. You're stronger because of the travels that you've gone through, which is what what an RPG is trying to do.
Right. So would you say that? Do you think that maybe, like the lack of like a Minecraft style level of agency, or maybe not Minecraft. That's like
that's like
that's like a little bit confusing. But let's say like Mass Effect, right? Like where like what you say like really kind of impacts what's going on.
You know, I dig it, but it also stresses me out at the same time because you can do things so wrong in a way. You know, like, I always worry about what's the other decision that I could have made.
Right, exactly. It's very, very stressful. But
like,
it's
I want to go back and I want to be like, well, maybe I'll try this now.
Well,
Maybe
but
I'll say shut up instead of, yeah, come with me.
That's tough, though, because it's like, now you're thinking, like, this is a game, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to like win the game. I'm trying to almost like kind of like hack the game in a way.
Right.
When
yeah.
you're
Exactly.
thinking about it that way.
Trying
like,
to get it the best playthrough possible.
Yeah, like people find Mass Effect typically more rewarding. I feel like. I mean, I'm sure that no matter.
We've already been to Port Timothy, so.
Yeah, I feel like no matter what I do, I'm gonna get flamed. But I feel like kind of the point of a game like Mass Effect or something with like the Old Republic or something like with that kind of functionality built in as far as agency goes is to like be like live the life of the character and like feel like the decisions that you make have an effect on your life.
Well, that kind of brings to mind the game ActRaiser.
Right. Exactly.
So like, you know, as you're going a town that didn't exist or was destroyed, you know, you build it up. It's like Sim City or The Sims or something like that. You know, it's if you don't grow or you know your house doesn't get bigger or whatever, then it doesn't. You know, what does the game mean?
Exactly.
Exactly. What's the point?
So maybe what I'm saying is maybe it ties into the technical limitations of the thing, like we were talking about on Castlevania yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, you know, maybe depending on how much the game can process or whatever, you know, kind of maybe limits the level of agency that you can feel.
Right.
I mean, like, what's like a really, like, ActRaiser, for example, right? Like, you kind of feel like you kind of have a lot of agency in that game, but you have to achieve it in a certain way based on the fact that you can't, like, program in 15 different dialogue options and all these different... I mean, you know, obviously the gameplay of that game is a little bit different, but, like,
right.
You know, like, the way that you can represent it in another game is different. So I guess that just ties back in to the question of the week that we were talking about yesterday, which is, like, you know...
The limitations of the system.
Right, like, how much... like relationship should the system and the level of tech in the game have before you start to feel cheated?
Right.
Like, can the agency be achieved without relying on?
Well, that's like you were talking about Minecraft.
Yeah.
And that's like it's just huge pixels when you think about it.
Right.
You know, so when I first saw that game, I'm like, wow, okay, you know, people are paying money to do this, and it's like, okay, I can understand because you have free range, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But it's certainly got that retro styling. You know, it's the same thing that a lot of car companies are doing because it's almost a safe choice these days
to do something retro.
To do something retro style because it already has a big following. It's already It's got a built-in audience that's gonna see that and be like, oh, I'm used to this.
Right.
You know, I like this.
Great. Solid. So what's going on, Gerard?
I'm just kind of wandering right now. I'm a little lost. Having a hard time figuring out what the best way to go is.
Well, let's see. Let's try it. Let's head back to...
That's the lovely RPG way. Is, you know, you can know where you're going for the longest time, and then you have so many loose ends to go after.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, picking up an RPG after a hiatus of like a month or so.
Yeah.
You know, you really gotta remember.
Head back to Ship Graveyard. Let's see what the deal is. You know what's funny is funny that you say that because we've been talking about how like
this game holds your hand.
Yeah, this game like tells you exactly where to go so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to some peeps and see if they have anything to say.
Excuse me, sir, with that.
If you seek the giant If you seek the giant without a soul, you must present the missing heart. A piece in blue, another in red. I wonder what that means. Okay. So we need the red piece and the blue piece. So we already know that.
To assemble a heart.
Yes. Now, let's see. What's this about? Oh, what's a place to upgrade my arms? But we're already
fully upgraded.
Fully upgraded at this point.
Your arms are quite wild, as they are.
They sure are. They sure are.
That was
yeah, let's smack some animals, shall we?
Puppy and a kitty.
Beat the animals in the head.
Can they tell you how to do stuff?
My master told me this tale long ago. During the ancient wars, the final battles were fought around here. There was a weapon called the Guardian Blade, the mightiest of all weapons. There are several legends around these parts regarding the blade. Thanks. What about the cat? Guardian Blade's in the sand.
Oh, didn't we?
Oh, we already got that.
That was the
we already got the Guardian
that
Blade.
really annoying place that
Yes.
sleeping.
There's a
giant.
legend in these parts. The rule in the heart of
This
the
is the
sleeping
hardest-
giant can't read that quickly enough.
Sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
hear you're trying to reach Arctica. That's too bad. The bridge between here and Arctica is gone. There's still a shallow spot where you might be able to cross, but you have to figure out how. No one can cross unless they're tall enough to walk through the water to the shallow.
Luckily, we have a ship now.
I hope you meet like a super tall guy.
I think that's what. Well, that's the giant. It's alluding to the giant.
Would you like to buy some stilts? Maybe that's. Go to the stilt maker. Where's the stilt maker?
I'm
They
not
have
sure
those in
it's
old
not.
towns, right? That's the thing.
Not quite like this
Still
guy.
maker, still maker. Try heading east. You just went west, right?
Yeah.
So try leaving the town and heading east.
That's west. Oh, leave it. Okay. I got it.
This is what we get for not using a walkthrough, but it's kind of cool because we get to talk about stuff that's cool.
That's one way of wording it.
Get in that shit.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Get in the candy queen.
We've wasted how much time?
Go
have we wasted?
West. Go
West.
east.
East. Okay, I'm going
There
east.
you go. Never eat soggy ship.
What?
Soggy waffles.
Oh,
North.
I get it. I get it.
Let's fight those harpies.
Run away.
Run away.
And they caught me.
Woo!
Oh.
We might need to call it. I've officially waited. This is the second episode in a row where I've gone absolutely nowhere. I feel
Gerard
so dumb.
Khalil.
So dumb to be a gamer
You're
right
just
now.
too interested in our beautiful conversation, the beautiful conversation that Alex and I are having right now.
Too absorbed.
Too absorbed.
Oh.
Are
Absorbed like,
these still
like a
harpies?
sponge.
No, I don't think they've changed.
Like a Lebanese sponge.
Were they always blue?
This variation is different than the rest we've had.
These are the sea harpies.
Sea harpies?
Yeah.
Sea harpies.
Are they called sirens?
Yes, they are.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at Mr. Guy over here getting it right.
Yeah,
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played, Odysseus.
Yeah.
is
Mr. Guy over here.
that what your name is?
Mr. Guy.
I thought you were Alex.
Now it is.
You've been lying to me.
I'm a liar. Don't believe me.
Well, speaking of liars, thanks for watching this episode of Super Beard Brothers Deluxe.
Because we got so much done today.
So remember, we still have that question up on the Facebook page. So go to, what is it, facebook.com/
Super Beard Brothers.
Super Beard Brothers.
Brothers or bros?
I think it's brothers.
No.
Well, it'll be in the show notes.
Yeah, we always have it in the
Yeah.
description.
Yeah, we got
so.
a hot link down there. Click on that. Tell us what you think. We'll have a little poll going.
Answer our question using the new insight that you got from this wonderful episode.
And when we get back tomorrow, hopefully I won't be lost in the high seas.
Maybe we'll do things.
Yes,
We'll find
maybe
it.
something
We'll
will
do
happen.
things.
You know, I'm done.
Everybody
Don't
gets
walk.
one.
Don't walk.
I'm done.
Everybody gets one.
Come on.
Ooh, I kicked the mic stand.
You jerk.
Goodbye, everybody.